Australia. Whoever came up with this place deserves a real pat on the back. I mean, think about it. There are birds who can laugh, mammals who can sing, and walls that can tell stories. There are cities that start where the waves end, and 26 million weird and wonderful characters. This is a place that took a look at the rule book and said, nah, here's a platypus. And you know the most incredible thing of all? While we wait for you, the best bits are only getting better. Imagine that.
They're like fluffy little boulders.
Australia. Whoever came up with this place deserves a real pat on the back. I mean, think about it. There are birds who can laugh, mammals who can sing, and walls that can tell stories. There are cities that start where the waves end, and 26 million weird and wonderful characters. This is a place that took a look at the rulebook and said, nah, here's a platypus. And you know the most incredible thing of all? While we wait for you, the best bits are only getting better. Imagine that.
They're like fluffy little boulders.
Australia. Whoever came up with this place deserves a real pat on the back. I mean, think about it. There are birds who can laugh, mammals who can sing, and walls that can tell stories. There are cities that start where the waves end, and 26 million weird and wonderful characters. This is a place that took a look at the rulebook and said, nah, here's a platypus. And you know the most incredible thing of all? While we wait for you, the best bits are only getting better. Imagine that.
They're like fluffy little boulders.
your seats, make yourself comfortable. Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Felicia. I'm a council member of the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council in Education and Welfare, and I'm also your MC for this afternoon. Let me introduce to you all the VIPs this afternoon. Your Excellency Dr. Justin Lee, Australia's High Commissioner to Malaysia and patron of the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council and spouse, Mrs. Jeannie Lee. Rebecca Hall, Commissioner for Victoria to Southeast Asia. Ms. Fiona Morris, Councillor, Education and Science, Department of Education, Australia. Ms. Sophie Chin, Second Secretary, Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Ms. Sri Gunasalan, Business Development Manager, Education, Australian Trade and Investment Commission, Austrade. Ms. Pat Yeo, President of the truly before COVID. Okay, let's move on to the next agenda for this afternoon. I would now like to invite the President of the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council, Ms. Pat Yeo, to deliver a welcome speech.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Oh, it's dead. Okay, sorry. Okay, the mic's too advanced, I think. Your Excellency, Dr. Justin Lee, Australian High Commissioner to Malaysia and patron of the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council, and Mrs. Jeannie Lee, spouse to the High Commissioner. Ms. Fiona Morris, Councillor, Education and Science, Department of Education, Australia. Ms. Rebecca Hall, Commissioner for Victoria to Southeast Asia. Ms. Sophie Chin, Second Secretary, Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Ms. Siri Gunasilan, Business Development Manager, Education, Australian Trade and Investment Commission, Australia. Esteemed finalists, my team from the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council, fellow alumni and friends who are watching this live, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. Today, I'm talking particularly to all Malaysians, graduates and alumni from Australian universities and institutes of higher learning. Close to 500,000 individuals scattered around Malaysia and across the world. So to all of you, hello, and thank you for connecting in, and ensure that we continue to stay in touch with your universities and the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council, or in short, the MAAC. These are difficult times where we are still burdened with the impact of COVID-19, but the MAAC continues to support all alumni, and we are keeping our activities as vibrant and alive and functional as we can in these very difficult circumstances. So for all of you, including our strategic partner, like Tourism Australia, who have very generously sponsored video that you saw earlier. Thank you for your continuous support, and may I, on behalf of the MAAC, offer a very sincere and heartfelt thanks. And to the Australian High Commission for always advocating our work at the MAAC, and for allowing us to hold the award ceremony here today at the premises. Thank you. I'm speaking to you today about the value of our alumni from all Australian universities and institutes of higher learning. You're part of our community. From the day you first enrolled for a degree, from the day you graduate, and from the work you do out in the community, both in your professional and private roles, you are the emblem of what Australian tertiary education stands for. You are the values that we choose to sustain the purposes of your education in Australia. Our value is about creativity and about working in and across communities in a respectful way, considering how to work in a sustainable manner and how to leave the smallest footprint but the largest impact on the planet, and that we bring to all that we do in an honest and ethical approach. This value sustain your Australian education, and they define Malaysian graduates and alumni from all Australian universities and institutes of higher learning. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that we are here today to present the 4 Alumni Awards. This is the 8th year that these awards have been presented by both the Australian High Commission in Malaysia and the MAAC, usually at the Australian Alumni Alumni Gala Dinner. And these awards remain the highest honors, recognizing 4 individual alumni in our community whose work has had a truly outstanding impact in the lives of many. As the president of the MAAC, I can tell you that the finalists this year were some of the most incredible, hardworking, and compassionate people. So without further ado, let's bring them on, and good luck to all the finalists here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Claire. Next, I would like to meet here today His Excellency Dr. Justin Lee, Australian High Commissioner to Malaysia, to deliver his speech.
Pat and I have quite different lives. Thank you very much, and thank you for the introduction, and thank you for the video. It was wonderful to see what life was like BC, and really looking forward to be able to start to resume some of those activities. AD, I don't know what's that, after disease, when we get back to that, but also to see some familiar faces, and to see all of the committee members without your masks on, to see how you look. So we really do look forward to getting to meet more of you. Pat, the Malaysia Australia Alumni Council President, and also all of your executive committee, the esteemed Australian alumni that are here today that are nominated for awards, the Australian University friends and partners that are both here and online, and colleagues from the Australian High Commission, and then everyone who is joining us online. It's really my great privilege to host this event here at the High Commission together with the Malaysia Australia Alumni Council, this 2021 Malaysian Australian Alumni Awards ceremony. It's fabulous to be able to welcome you here to the High Commission. It's one of our first in-person events here since the pandemic. It's of course a little bit simple, and we've still got the COVID protocols, but we've got you all nicely spaced, so I hope you appreciate that. But we are really pleased that you can join us, and we're really honoured that you can be here together with us in person. At the outset, I want to really thank the Australian Alumni Council for organising the awards together with our team and this event. And I'd also like to acknowledge the NAAC's great efforts in keeping us all connected throughout the pandemic, which has really helped to keep the alumni network so strong through this really difficult time, as you mentioned, Pat. I'd also like to recognise the stars of the show tonight, our Australian alumni, especially all of the awards nominees. All of the nominees for these awards are already winners. They're leaders and innovators in their respective fields, in government, in business, and in the community. And they've been nominated because of their distinguished achievements and tireless contributions, especially to the Malaysian community, and at this time when ingenuity and community spirit has never been more important than it is now. So for Australia, we're immensely fortunate that you chose to study in an Australian education institution, and we're very privileged to be able to call you Australian alumni. We hope that Australia's quality, world-class education system has helped you achieve your goals, and we hope many more Malaysians will follow in your footsteps going forward. And this is not only for educational reasons, I think, as was mentioned, but also because we know how important international education is in fostering close and enduring relations between our countries and between our peoples. Distinguished guests, while COVID-19 has kept us all apart, the partnership between Australia and Malaysia has actually only got closer over this last period, this last year or two. In January 2021, earlier this year, our two Prime Ministers elevated our bilateral relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership, or a CSP, which aims to deepen cooperation in three key pillars. That's in economic prosperity, science and technology, society and technology, and defence and security. And our foreign ministers just met here in Kuala Lumpur. It was a great that they could have their first in-person meeting since COVID, just last month, to take forward that CSP agenda. And there are a number of areas of cooperation that we're looking forward to taking forward in the health sector, the digital economy, cyber security, science and sustainability, among many other areas. And we look forward to progressing those areas of collaboration together with many of you and many of those online, recognising the importance of scientific institutions and education institutions in those efforts. But ultimately, people are at the heart of Malaysia-Australia relations, and we estimate, I think we've heard some different figures, but our estimates at least 300,000 Malaysians have studied at Australian education institutions over the years, and there were 176,000 Malaysian-born people living in Australia in 2019. Hopefully, through COVID and beyond COVID, we can even further increase that number. It is a really significant community, really significant numbers of people that have studied in Australia, but also significant numbers of Malaysians living in Australia and really strengthening the ties and bringing so much of Malaysia to Australia, which is recognised in so many different areas. We've got a long history together, we share a familiar system of government and values, and we've got many common passions, not least, as often talked about, is food, as I'm already finding out through my 4 months here. In my time here, I really do look forward to further connecting with you and exploring the opportunities to take forward our bilateral relationship. And once again, I would just thank the NAAC for your tireless cooperation with our team, for promoting Australian alumni in Malaysia, and for being outstanding advocates for Australian education. And finally, once more, I'd like to pass on my congratulations to all of the esteemed alumni who've been nominated for an award here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now's the time. We are now coming to the award giving ceremony. Now, the first award is the Community Achievement Award.
Right. Oh. Can you hear me with the mask on? Okay, I'll just speak a little bit louder. Okay. Well, basically, all of you know that this award is, in Canada every year, and it was actually quite hard for all of us to decide how, to select the, I call them the submissions to be on the finalist, right? So basically, when we went through the award, I had a lot of trouble going through because there were so many criteria that they had to meet. Some of them including benefiting the community, especially the community award. They had to benefit the community or the environment or the society, right? The people in general. And it has to be a sustainable project as well, or research program that they're working on. So what was it, Fiona, for you that you thought was difficult to, they were all good one day. So how do you decide? How do you decide like who should be the finalist? We had the finalists, but maybe we just share a little bit on how we picked them.
Yes, well, it was a very difficult decision, and I think the Community Achievement Award is a very important one. Can everybody hear me? Because as Mina mentioned, I think that the contribution to the local community, to Malaysia, and doing that in a very sustainable way, and one also that reflects the values of both of our countries. Reflects Australia, it reflects Malaysia, it reflects the experiences that they had and the values that they developed while they were studying in Australia. I think these were the very important things, but it was very difficult to choose, yes.
It was, but we did come up with 2 finalists, and I'm going to mention the 2 finalists. I'll let I'll call it the final of the 2 finalists to be announced by Fiona. Right, so the 2 finalists that we have for this award, today we have Chan Chun Seong and Cheryl Tay. Right, so it was really, really hard because they were all so good. So, and yes, and they were my friends too. So it's hard, it's even harder. Right, so Fiona, could you honest on
All right.
sorry, I'm just gonna
Sorry.
honest with Fiona.
So here we have our envelope here. So I'd like to announce
Drum roll.
the winner of the Community Achievement Award is...
Still time to see.
And I have to peek.
the award goes to Chan Sing Seng.
Congratulations, Chan Sing, winner of the Community Achievement Award 2021. Chan Sing holds a Bachelor of Commerce in Management and Marketing Management from Murdoch University and postgraduate diploma of Education from University Utara, Malaysia. He has a long-lasting passion for education and joined the inaugural team from Malaysia cohort a decade ago. His Its tenacity and willingness to make a difference helps enable students from low-income communities to reach their full potential. A true educator child is motivated in developing a holistic education beyond academic achievements, one that encompasses social, emotional, spiritual, physical, and leadership skills. As a pioneer, program of Teach for Malaysia in
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Excuse us for having the mask on. Without much ado, first I would like to say that I'm very honored to be here with you three to announce the finalists and also the award winner for the Young Entrepreneur Award 2021 by the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council. Without much ado, let's go to the finalists. First finalist, Ahmad Shafiq Jafar. Second finalist, Chris Hong Christie. Third finalist, Muhammad Aizat Abdul Rahim. Fourth finalist, Datin Teo Lee Sin. Now, before we go to the winner, may I ask for you to put your hands together, give it applause. They are among the best of a lot of very incredible young entrepreneurs out there, but they have made the list of the finalists, and they have demonstrated creativity, entrepreneurship, social responsibility, tenacity, strength, and I think especially during this last year, we are all in a very difficult and challenging time.
Indeed, I think this is my turn to sort of have a bit of a talk. So in this pandemic time, creating a business and sustaining it while there's impact to the supply chain, as well as the way we do business is no longer face-to-face. Half the time you can barely see a person's face anymore. Even today, for instance, I think I recognize half of you, but we don't really know. And instead of all this, they still managed to accomplish a successful business in this strange time. So go out, it is an extraordinary award to all of our finalists. But today's winner, unfortunately, there's only one, and it would be, you got the envelope?
Yep.
Fantastic. So
So there's one. So one award winner has actually survived, and also, the pandemic hit us unexpectedly, and this is like a test to put all that you have studied from Australian University in marketing, business administration into a test.
Yes, and the drum roll is, I give you a bit of a hint, they managed to do in a better alternative to fast food. I think that's a very good hint there. It's to Ahmed Saeed bin Jafar.
Congratulations to Ahmad Shafik Jafar, the winner for 2021. Now, Ahmad holds the Bachelor of Business and Commerce from Monash University, and with the desire to provide better food alternatives, Ahmad Australian High Commissioner to Malaysia, and Ms. Pat Yeo, President of the Malaysian Australian Alumni Council, to come on stage to deliver the
Okay, we've got 2 awards.
Got a confused microphone as well.
Yeah.
and Dr. Justin, I think you need to be closer to the mic.
Okay, right. So we will present the Distinguished Young Alumni Award first. So I'll read out the finalists. The finalists for the Distinguished Young Alumni Award are Latika Divacharya, Charis Wong Pek Yu, Sarah Boon Ruyen, and Adeline Chin Yifan. Have you noticed they are all ladies? So I will give the honor to Your Excellency.
And the winner is Adeline Chin Yi Fan.
Congratulations!
Malaysia's first ever all-tech hackathon. And Lin took on the role of strategies for the organization and worked with the team to raise awareness for new technology and its importance to the youth industry. Lawtech Malaysia subsequently launched the Supernova. It's a series which included a back-to-back conference and hackathon that deep dive into the converged principles of Lawtech, FinTech, and RegTech. And Lin also co-founded Cyrus Laws, a retailer specializing in the sale of law titles from Malaysia, United Kingdom, Hong Kong, and many other jurisdictions. Now, unsurprisingly, given her impressive history, Asia Law also named her the top of the list of 30 people to watch on law business in Asia in 2021. Congratulations on Thank you. Now, the fourth and final award we are presenting.
This is the Distinguished Alumni Award finalists. And the finalists are Dr. Catherine Tong, Dr. T.S. Dr. Haji Amiruddin Abdul Wahab, Tan Sri Paladiapan Ramanathan Chettiar.
Thank you. And can I also just once again say that we congratulate all of the nominees today. Fortunately, there can only be one winner in every category. The award for the Distinguished Alumni goes to Dr. Tan Sri Dr. Haji Amiruddin Abdul Wahab.
Dr. T.S. Dr. Amiruddin Abdul Wahab graduated from the University of Queensland with a Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Information Sciences and Support Services. Currently, Malaysia. Then he leads. Dr. T.S. Dr. Amiruddin is also a prolific speaker and knowledge sharer based on the consistent invitations he received to share his knowledge, expertise, and experience in the field of cybersecurity in multiple platforms and events, both locally and internationally. His innovative leadership can be seen from the many creative awards that Cybersecurity Malaysia received, and highly reputable local and international bodies, including those from the ITU and WSIS. Cybersecurity Malaysia leadership and contributions to Malaysia at the international level is also very impressive, since it is rare for Malaysia to achieve top 10 from invaluable areas such as cybersecurity at the global level. And not only that, Cybersecurity Malaysia has also won several accolades at the global level in the field for the nation. In addition, the ability for Cybersecurity Malaysia to be recognized as a leader at the global level through its leadership roles at several regional and global platforms are not easy to achieve by other nations. Thus, an outstanding fit for Malaysia through Cybersecurity Malaysia. And Dr. T.S. Dr. Amiruddin is an individual who is passionate to give back his knowledge and experience to the society through his active personal contribution as an adjunct professor at several public and private universities in Malaysia. Having an active engagement with the academicians allows him to help Malaysia build relevant future talent and strengthening R&D programs that are industry relevant And in addition to this, his personal involvement with the universities allowed the universities to create or enhance their academic studies and program, and facilitate internship and training opportunities for all the university students. Congratulations once again, congratulations once again to all of you. Now, photographer, are you ready? Can we please invite all of you to try to come to the middle of our little stage here and try to take a good photo. Okay, that's how do you want it to be? What about front and back? Yeah. Can we do front and back? What about the winners of the front? The winners of the front. Yeah. Okay, why don't we space out like a W shape? A zigzag. Yeah. Yes. Not too far. Here. Okay. And that's probably just behind the roster there. Okay, are you done arranging? Because I need to invite two more to come on stage. Yes, I would like to invite Sophie Kin and also Mr. Adrian Hall.
It's my prerogative.
Right.
Now, our live viewers, while you are watching the videos and photographs to be taken, don't forget to open the little fingers and type the word MAAC on the live chat box.
Alright, everyone, look at me. Here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. Okay. Alright, good.
Congratulations once again. Congratulations once again, and thanks again to all that's present today, and also a big thanks to all the audience that's still watching us online on Facebook. Okay, for all of the Facebook viewers, the Facebook contest is still ongoing. Don't forget to type the MAAC. Now, 5 winners once again will be picked for the Facebook contest, where each of these 5 winners will win 100 ringgit. Are we ready? Okay. I would now like to invite Ms. Sophie Kim. Adrian. Now, Ms. Sophie Kim. Mr. Adrian is the Vice President of Alumni Relations of the MAAC, and Ms. Sophie Kim is the Second Secretary, Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade.
Are you ready? Yes, let's start the draw. Who will win the 5 person will be the first to attack. Pure catch. Okay, I'm not making any more. Pure catch.
Pure catch.
Yeah.
Shall I announce it?
Yes.
So the first winner is
Janet Cox.
Congratulations, Nana. Ms. Haley. The third winner is Tesla Wang. The fourth winner is Chong Lee. And the fifth winner is Ms. Florence Hua.
We've got live?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Sylvie. Thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all 5 of you. $100 100 ringgit cash. Okay, I need to check with my team here. Have we got? All right. So that's a 100 ringgit each for 5 of them. Okay. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all your time today, for all your effort. Congratulations once again, not only to the winners, but all the shortlisted finalists, because like what Dr. Justin has mentioned, you are all winners this event today. Thank you very much once again, everyone. We have our event today, and I hope to see you next year, 2022, at the Australian Alumni Gala Dinner in Everything is Okay. Thank you very much once again.
Please don't rush off. We still have some drinks. It's a great opportunity to say a bit more and get to know you. Thank you.
So for all of you present here, please enjoy the light refreshments that we have prepared. And for all of you online, thank you very much for your active participation. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Mammals who can sing, and walls that can tell stories. There are cities that start where the waves end, and 26 million weird and wonderful characters. This is a place that took a look at the rulebook and said, nah, here's a platypus. And you know the most incredible thing of all? While we wait for you, the best bits are only getting better. Imagine that.
They're like fluffy little boulders.